My name is Marco Barry and I'm reporting from the annual Remembrance ceremony and parade.
It's the most important thing we do all year in terms of, I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. I used to march in the band and now I'm helping with the markers. It's for our youth to be able to respect the people who've given their lives for our community and our country is just the most important thing we can do.
My memories of the war, I was in the concentration camps. I was in Auschwitz, I was liberated in Bergen-Belsen, and my husband happened to be a liberator of Bergen-Belsen. He was there when I was there, but I didn't know him then.
These are men and women who often performed heroically, and in so many cases they laid down their lives for freedom. They literally gave their today for our tomorrow, and we have to respect them.
We should remember the boys who lost their lives for us to enjoy our lives. They found young boys, 20, 18, 22, and we should remember them.
Well, this is again a very poignant day in terms of this is one of the few occasions now that we can pay tribute to those that lost their lives to defend freedoms that we hold so dearly.
Extremely important, and for me as a member of the community and also personally, given the fact that I'm the third generation of British Jews from my family to have served in Her Majesty's forces.
Just came back. I was twice in October in Poland with groups. I go there a few times a year.
And what's it like going back?
Well, the first time I went back with the BBC and it was very, very hard, very difficult. But you get used to anything. And so I go a few times a year now.
Do you think it's one of your missions now
yes,
to share with the world your experiences?
Absolutely. Someone said to me, "You're on a mission here."
We care that they're marching, and quite a few of these people are finding it very hard to march, but they still come up here in all kinds of weather, and I think it's wonderful to see it.
I'm just random here. I came back from the church St. Margaret's and saw that something happened here.
Do you think it's important to pay tribute and to remember people that died in many conflicts around the world?
Yes, of course it is, because they were mostly young people, innocent. They were sent to war by the politicians. It was not their decision to go to war, and they died there, unfortunately.
I've come to commemorate some of my friends who didn't come back. And there were quite a few. I was lucky.
Definitely right. Let's not surrender.
My grandfather was in the First World War. His horse was shot, broke my grandfather's hip. In those days you didn't have hip replacements. I had an uncle who was 42. He died. He was a pilot in the war. And I would like to just tell you, if I may, he died 1 year before his son's bar mitzvah.
Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Charles, Prince of Wales, and all the royal family.
Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Let all the inhabitants of earth know, the sovereignty is yours, and your name smiles all over all you have created, and together.
The exalted places among the holy and pure, who shine with the brightness of the heavens. The Ajex National Week by Gabriel Corker as the song. The Armed Forces Community Week and Water Week by Nature Campbell, Water Campbell.
Standards! Standards! Standards!
tremendously proud to be involved with it. And at Ajex, the work they do is just incredible. And this year, with the slight changes, the slight tweaks, which is reflective of the fact that the participants are getting that slightly bit older, I thought worked very well, but very, very moving.
This is my 40th year here. I've come all the way from Gibraltar, and as long as the Almighty gives me health, I shall carry on. Last week I marched with the Royal British Legion, but it's a different atmosphere altogether. Ajex must continue to do this, and therefore the youth must join in and never let it die. We're here to stay, and we show them that we're here to stay.
I think it's wonderful. You saw the schools involved, JLGB, absolutely marvellous. And I keep going on. You talk about mitzvah days. They used to be combined on the same day, but for me, this is the biggest mitzvah that people can do. Come and support this.